This is the story of Rachel. She was Jacob's wife. Looking at Abraham's family tree, you can see that Jacob was born into the generation of Abraham. Jacob's mother Rebekah and Rachel's father Laban were brother and sister. This made Jacob and Rachel first cousins. Jacob and Rachel met at the well when she was drawing water for her father's flock. In Genesis 29:11, Jacob meets Rachel. Then Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept. Rachel was the youngest and more beautiful daughter of Laban. Jacob wanted to marry Rachel and agreed to work for Laban for 7 years in exchange to marry Rachel. Laban deceived both Jacob and Rachel the night they were supposed to marry. Laban sent Leah to Jacob and his servant to Rachel. Jacob agreed to finish the bridal week with Leah and work another 7 years for Laban in exchange to marry Rachel. Rachel was not able to conceive children with Jacob, and Leah had conceived 4 sons. Rachel gave her servant to Jacob because she was not able to conceive, whom gave Jacob 2 more sons that Rachel raised as her own. Rachel allowed Jacob to be with Leah in exchange for their oldest son's mandrakes, which are the fleshy forked roots that resemble the lower part of the human body and were believed to induce pregnancy when eaten. After many years of praying, God answered her prayers, and she was able to conceive and give birth to a son whom she named Joseph, who becomes the future viceroy of Egypt and walked faithfully with God throughout his life. Rachel and Joseph left Haran with Jacob along with his other wives and children. Rachel stole her father's household idols before leaving, which was believed she took for protection and blessing along their journey. Rachel conceived for a second time and gave birth to another son whom she named Benjamin. Rachel had difficulty during childbirth and died shortly after giving birth. Rachel died in Bethlehem. Jacob set up a pillar over her tomb, which still exists today and is marked Rachel's tomb. It was believed Rachel was 18 when her and Jacob married and 39 when she died. Rachel had to endure many burdens throughout her life. She handled herself with grace and tremendous courage. She did not hold hate in her heart against her father, sister, and especially God. Sharing her husband with her sister and watching her sister give Jacob sons while she was not able to have a child surely had to be hard to bear at times. Rachel continued to pray to God and never lost her faith and trust in him. Therefore, God blessed her with 2 sons. We can admire a woman of her character. Rachel may have been young when she passed, but she is still remembered today as a biblical patriarch. Thank you, and I hope you have enjoyed this presentation.